When solving literal equations, you've got to think about what variable am I looking to isolate? What variable am I looking to get all by itself? So let's start with this first one. I want to solve for L. So here is my variable that I want to get by itself. So first, to get L by itself, I need to get rid of the 2w. So I subtract it from both sides. Still looking to get the L by itself. So what's standing in my way now is the 2. So I divide everything by 2. Now the L is by itself, and I'm done. In this case, I'm looking to get the C by itself. The C is inside the parentheses, so I need to get to that level. Before I can get to the parenthesis part, I've got to get rid of this stuff outside. So I need to get rid of the 1/2, and I need to get rid of the h. To get rid of the 1/2, I'm going to multiply by 2. So now I have 2a equals h b plus c. Still need to get c by itself. To get to those parentheses, I want to get rid of the h. So I divide both sides by h. Because the h is connected to the parentheses by multiplying, so to get rid of that, I have to divide. Now I'm to the parentheses. To get c by itself, I have to subtract b. So I have 2a over h. I have to subtract b. So that's what c equals. That's how I get c by itself. Alright, now I have 2 of the same equation. But this time I'm solving for a different variable. So we're going to compare and contrast here. In this one, in number 3 here, I want to solve for p. I want to get this by itself. So the only thing standing in the way from getting p by itself here is the denominator. So I want to get rid of the denominator by multiplying by 1 plus r. When I multiply by 1 plus r, I have x times 1 plus r equals p. And I'm done, because I solved for p. Over here, I need to get r by itself. Now, if you multiply by p, do you actually get rid of the p? No, you don't. Because if I multiply p times p, that just gives me p squared. That doesn't actually get rid of it. So if I want to get r by itself, I have to get r out of the denominator somehow. The 1 plus r is kind of connected right now. They're being dealt with together. So if I want to get r out of the denominator, I have to do what I did in number 3. I have to multiply by 1 plus r. I'm doing that to get r out of the denominator. If I want to solve for r, I want r equals. I don't want r in the denominator to be equal to something. Now this kind of looks like what we had up here in number 2, where my variable that I want to solve for is in parentheses, so I have to get the parentheses by itself first. To do that, I need to get rid of the x. So I divide by x. Now I have 1 plus r equals p over x. I still want to get r by itself. So how do I get r by itself? By getting rid of the 1. So now r equals p over x, and I subtract 1. So I started with the exact same equation, and I ended with 2 very different things, because I was solving for a different variable. Okay, last one. J plus k equals x over y. Solve for y. Here's another one where my variable that I want to solve for is in the denominator. I can't keep it in the denominator, so I need to get it out of the denominator. Multiply by y. I have to multiply this whole side by y, so make sure you're including parentheses. So I have y times j plus k equals x. This time I want the y by itself, so the thing outside the parentheses. So I need to get rid of j plus k. Gone. So now y equals x divided by j plus k. And I'm done.